So excited to talk to you because, like many people, I have been glued to my seat watching you on Traitors.
Okay.
And I was really sad to see you go. Now that it's been a few days since the episode came out and you've watched it back, how are you feeling?
I feel good. And honestly, it feels like that episode was like 2 months ago now. And I guess, we lived the experience quite a while ago, and it's the audience is just now getting to see what
Yeah.
we went through. But I feel great. I regret nothing. Well, I've one solid regret that I shared on the Traders podcast. But I really have no regrets about my performance, about my strategy, about my gameplay. And I wanted to have fun. This was something very different for me. Okay. If you know me, you know I'm not running around outside carrying statues across rivers. Okay. So I'm very grateful for the experience and the people and Alan and all of his outfits. I love it all.
Yes, the outfits. I did watch your episode on the Traders podcast and how you said your one regret was not pushing harder to recruit and you would have recruited Kristen. Were you surprised, like, that looking back now that Rob picked Eric or like by his decision? And why do you think Kristen would have been the perfect traitor for you to recruit?
For me, Kristen is just brilliant. She's so smart. I learned a lot about her in the castle. I didn't know much about her before. She's a beautiful story. She's just a formidable player and just a formidable woman in life. And I just would have loved to be able to murder with her. I think that for me, I just value fellowship amongst women so much. It is so important to me. It is so valuable to me. And I'm always gonna pick a girl. I'm always gonna ride with the girls. And that was gonna be my girl.
Yes.
And I think, Rob obviously had a different strategy. I think he was doing what he felt was best for his gameplay. And Eric, I think it's going to be interesting how it all plays out, and I would never spoil it for you all, but it will be interesting to watch how his choice plays out.
Because you're a girl's girl. We've known
Yeah.
this, but it really came through, especially that roundtable when you first voted Rob.
I don't think that you are a traitor, so I have a throwaway vote. So I voted for Rob.
And the internet clocked that so
Yes.
fast. They were like, oh, she's not playing when it comes to Lisa or her girl. And so were you pleasantly surprised by how the internet kind of came and were like, yes, Candace, she's a girl's girl, and how they really started to look at Rob differently?
It was pleasantly surprising. I think this whole experience has sort of opened up the world to more of me. I don't even want to see a different side of me, because I try, to show up fully and authentically everywhere that I can. But it was nice that in this entire experience to just feel like, oh, Candace is cool. Like, oh, she's funny. Oh, she's not a psycho all the time. So that, yeah, and you see it in one of my last chairs in the on the show. I got the crying goal came out, and
I was
I
gonna ask you about that.
yeah, because I it was just a swelling of emotion, with just recalling how wonderful the experience was and how I felt like I was leaving the castle with so many friends and so many new connections. And then to sort of watch it play out with the audience and kind of reaffirming what I had felt in the castle, that I was going to be received positively. It was amazing. It was a beautiful feeling.
I want to talk to you really quickly about your now kind of famous confrontation with Rob.
So you don't trust me, basically is what you're saying.
I didn't say that. We have different values.
I'm sorry.
Are you? You also told Lisa you were sorry.
I feel like you're taking this very personally. This is a game.
It is a game,
It's 100% a game.
and you are a snake.
You really had him shaking in his boots. He was scared. And I think that was a a place where the fans really got to see a new side of Rob. I'm
Mhm.
curious, during that whole confrontation, what surprised you the most about what he said?
At that point, nothing was surprising. Um, After the first Lisa vote, and we'd gone to breakfast and we sat and he sort of explained his reason for his vote and sort of, was like, I'm sorry, I was just like, I caught in the moment. Blah, blah, blah. And then he went to that round table that night and not only voted for her again, but led the charge on the vote. It was kind of like, okay, so I have to be ready for anything with this guy because he clearly is he's playing like the snake's tattooed on his arms. Um, and so yeah, it I was ready for anything with him. And at the end of the day, we were all playing a game, and his choices in the game I don't agree with. But those were his choices.
Lisa, since she's come out, she said, like, everyone's blinded by how pretty he is. Like, they're just kind of turning away. Like, what
Mhm.
is it about Rob that they just can't seem to look past?
Um, I don't know. I think you would need to ask them. I I will say for myself that when we first arrived at the castle, I clocked him. And this is before I had been named anything. We were all just innocent bystanders in Alan's castle at that point. And when we all arrived, you don't know who's there. You're getting out of the rovers and you're all excited and you're looking around to see who's here, who are we playing with. And I saw him and I immediately said, mm, we got to watch that one. I often wonder, like, would my services have been better served as a faithful? Because I did clock him. And you also saw me clock Lisa before we got to the turret. Um, and
And
I
Donna.
just yeah, and I had to walk it back, of course, because she became my turret sister. But it was I'm a woman of discernible character. I can discern what's happening in the spaces, and I'm a good judge of character most of the time. And my spidey senses were on, so I knew what he was up to. As for the rest of you, let's put our thinking caps on and take our rose-colored glasses off.
I was gonna ask you too, because in one of your confessionals, you were saying how the farther you're getting along, the harder it was to be a traitor because you're building these genuine relationships with
Yeah.
people. So
Yeah.
looking back, like, would you still want to be a traitor or would you want to be a faithful this time?
That's hard because I had a delicious time as a trader. It was so just like I wanted to like stroke my beard and like do an evil villain laugh. I mean it's a game, and like if you're gonna play a game, like play the game and like go there and have fun. And I did as a trader. But the closer it seemed we were getting as a band, before the band was broken up, I did go to bed every night and have anxiety and say, oh my gosh, like we could win together. And what if we're looking, some of our faithfuls in the face and having to betray them? It gave me anxiety, it gave me heartburn. Because I love our cast so much for as naive as they have been thus far. They're just amazing people. And, in life outside of the castle, like they're people that I will be friends with, henceforth. So yeah, it would have hurt. And I don't know what would have happened. I mean, I probably would have, you know, been able to do it, but it would have just been really, I would have maybe had to like share some, like give them like $5 or something. I don't know. Share the
Yeah,
money, share the wealth.
share
Yeah.
them up, literally. Who do you
Yeah.
want to win now? Who's your money on?
I I would love to see Tara and Johnny win. I see a lot of people saying online, like, how did nobody clock that they were? I knew because I sat with Johnny. Johnny was my round table partner. So I sat with him every night. He would always pull my chair out when we sat down. I love Johnny, and I loved Tara. We are castle besties. That's my girl. So it would have been nice to spend like more time with them because there were so many of us in the cast. So I didn't get to spend as much time with them as I would have liked to. But yeah, I'm rooting for them. Um, yeah, I'm rooting for anybody but Rob.
But Rob, safe to say y'all are in good terms right now then.
We're not on bad terms. I've clocked him, and he's going to receive his verbal lashings from me.
Oh, I can't wait for that reunion. Are you watching Tara and Johnny at the Olympics right now, the Winter Olympics?
Yes, they're so cute, and all of their content on socials is hilarious. But yes, I am. It's so much fun to sort of be an NBC girl right now. We've got the Super Bowl, we've got the Olympics. I just had the most amazing time at the Super Bowl, and I feel like a spoiled girl right now.
I know NBC's running the world right now. I'm
They
loving
are
it. I'm loving it
running
with
the
Traitors.
ship.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
running the
It's
ship.